Hey there guys, you are joining us for another board game night and we are playing World Without End from Ken Follett and Mayfair Games.
Actually, Ken Follett's the author.
Alright.
From these two guys here.
Michael Reniak and Stefan Stadler.
Designers of Pussy Earth and something else, which I can't remember.
Okay, so this is we haven't played this in a long time. I mean, I don't think we've played this for over 2 years now, is it?
Been a while.
Yeah, so an old game, but it's a real goodie. Alright, so with me I've got D. This is his first time playing it. And we have Tony, he's played it before, and then myself, Jason, and Martin. This is his copy of the game. Right, so we're like sort of builders or artisans, and we're trying to build sections of this medieval town. So starting off with a bridge here, we've got to get a bridge going. And then later on, as the game progresses, we might get some others. We might get to upgrade the cathedral, or we might upgrade the towns, or add some more buildings onto the outskirts of the city. It depends how the events come up.
The cathedral spire is guaranteed to come up. Apparently, this is based on a book, which I think is a pseudo-sequel to Pillars of the Earth.
Is it by any chance by Ken Follett?
It is. Exactly that. So I guess this will broadly mirror the events that happen in the book, although we're borderline illiterate in this group, so none of us have read it.
Yeah. All right. Obviously, we'll do a gameplay turn after we've done the intro, as usual, and we won't use wobble. We'll use the tripod. But what happens is on our turn we have these little shields to hide our resources. As you can see on the shield, it tells you at the end of every turn you need to pay piety and grain and money to the king, otherwise you get penalized with these circumstances. You can pause the video here to have a quick look if you want to, but suffice to say they're quite bad.
Yeah, they're really bad.
On your turn we will have basically 6 actions a round, and there's 4 rounds. When you do these actions, you've got 12 cards here. So for example, you can see this one says piety, take 1 piety from the cathedral. So if you want to play this, you have to play that and then ditch another one of your actions. So for example, like that. So you get to play 6 of the 12 actions in a round.
So you have to really plan ahead there, because obviously you're discarding, on your first go, you're discarding an action that you're hoping won't be relevant later on.
Yeah.
And it gets quite hard. Certainly as you go down, it's like, oh, I really want all of these actions. That's part of what makes the game, I think.
I think this artwork on this board is stupendous, by the way.
Yeah.
You like that word, stupendous? Yeah, so it's literally a worker placement game. So the worker placement being the action cards, you play that, do the action, and gather your resources so you can pay the king and the church and your peasants, and then try and do as much building as possible. As you can see over there, this bridge requires 5 stone. Once that's done, the bridge is built, and then whoever took part in building it will obviously gain points as they build it. But if you back the building of the bridge, you'll gain a victory point and money. And they've got some houses to build down here. You've got this track. There's a lot going on in this game, and it'll make a lot more sense when we get to the gameplay turn, and we'll explain some more then. I just wanted to give you a brief overview as we start off the game, because it is a really cool game, but there's quite a lot going on. It's quite heavy. Would you say? A little bit heavy?
I actually think I think it's deceptively light, to be honest. I think it looks quite heavy, but I've introduced some quite fairly beginnery type gamers to it, and really it's just an action selection thing where you play a card and do that, and that's pretty much all that there is to it, really. But it just looks daunting because there's a lot going on the board.
Okay, well, let's get started, and we'll come back in a few turns' time to show you the gameplay turn. Okay, guys, this is the gameplay turn. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of where we are with the wobble cam. So we've done 2 rounds, so we've got 2 rounds left to go. This is sort of the halfway mark of the game. So when you get to this point, where is the tower? There it is.
The cathedral?
Yeah, the cathedral tower comes in, and we get to build on that. As you can see, there's a little upgrade to the church that came out during the game. We had an upgrade to Prior's Palace, and obviously the bridge is still not built yet.
There's a mill up here as well.
And we'll up there. We haven't done a lot of building in this first 2 rounds, because the first round of the game,
that on my own.
we had about I think it was halfway through the first round, we had an event come up which made us ditch the rest of our cards.
Yeah, we had 2 actions left, and it made us ditch all the rest of them, so that was that.
And we've also
it really hurt. Nearly everyone got penalised.
And we're also doing heavily on the landlord situation here. That's what the victory points are. So Martin's up ahead. What is it, 18 points?
Yep. Yeah.
And then D, and then me and Tony are lagging behind because we're getting hammered by the penalties.
Just to say as well, you see Tony's on 3 and Jason's on 6. You start on 8.
I didn't recall this. I'll give you a quick look at what my board looks like behind me, what I've been gathering and trying to do. Obviously we've refreshed all our cards, and what we're going to do now is going to go to the camera over here, and it's going to film, and as we go along we'll explain what we're doing and what's happening. The first player marker is back with D, and he will be handing out our personal income and reading out the event in a minute.
Yeah, or it would hit me.
Okay, so here we go with the gameplay. I am first player, thanks to this.
Well, I think we should probably just say as well, we had a slight technical issue, so this is actually now round 4, not 3.
Oh yeah, because I did the...
Yeah, we did a...
So what has happened is we've just moved on from that turn, like where I said to you from wobble cam. You can see the new victory points thing up the top there.
Plagues broke out in a few different houses here.
Yeah.
Although some people have got fair decent medical knowledge now, so and more buildings got finished. So the bridge is finally done, the prize palace is done, the mill's done, and obviously St. Mark's was done before. So there we go.
Okay, so I'm the first player, so I draw an event card, as you can tell by that. Right, first we do is read out the fluff.
It's the plague.
Oh yeah, plague number 1.
So it's possible now that it's already broken out and been healed now, because before obviously they're unique to each stack. So you might see duplications.
Alright, Merthin is living proof nobody can fall ill from the plague twice. Isn't that ironic? Each player rolls the die and receives 2 victory points if the number rolled is less than or equal to his or her medical knowledge. So starting with me.
Equal to or less than, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if the number rolled equal to or less than, then with me.
Right.
So 3,
You
up
have
3.
3. So you get 2 victory points.
They're hidden behind his screen, but he's obviously used them before to heal a house, so we know he's got 3.
You can see.
And then Tony?
3?
3? No, sadly, I only have
You don't have to show them if
less than that. Less than that.
No. Jump on rolling?
yeah. 3. There is more than 3 on that dice, by the way.
It's a, by the way, that dice is not a normal 1 to 6. It's a what, 2 to 5?
It's a D
It's an
average.
average.
2 to 5 with 2 3s and 2 4s.
Okay.
Now he has to choose
No.
which way
This
to...
again, man, that's fucking shit. I don't want that.
Yeah, I'm gonna orientate the card. Orientate the card to best. I don't want that freaking victory point.
Well,
He's going to decide which way he's going to place the card.
Yes,
He's not going to originate it.
Orange aid in.
Right, where do I want to go with this?
There's a lot of noise.
If I go there, or I can put it like
Oh, hold fire.
this. So it stays there. Oh man, I don't know.
Spin it round in the air.
Just
wherever
flip it up and see where it goes. You know what?
Just place it so I get the favour. That's what you
I'm gonna go like that. So I get a piety.
So, I got a loyalty, Jason got a piety, Tony got a grain, and D got a victory point there. And then also, the favour marker moves 0 spaces, so it doesn't move. Jason doesn't re-get that ability, he just doesn't get anything. So now he needs to choose an action.
And surprise, surprise, I'm going to choose house rent.
And then privilege, next turn.
Maybe. Right, I got 4 houses built here. 1 gives me piety, 1 gives me grain, 1 gives me 2 victory points, 1 gives me 2 gold. So I get to choose 2 of those to get. So I'm going to take 1, which is piety, and I think I might take the 2 victory points.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, 2 victory points, please. If you don't mind. And then I have to ditch a card.
This is the tricky bit of the game, because you're kind of ditching cards that you think, I don't think I'll need that this turn.
That's what I'm going to ditch.
Obviously you're ditching it quite early on.
Okay, Tony.
Right. I'm going to play piety to gain a piety.
Holy shit, it's disappearing quick already. Look at that.
And
It's hoarding all the piety.
You two.
We got the houses for piety.
Well, no, one of them's me.
Oh, it wasn't you.
No, I'm blue.
Get rid of that.
Okay, piety.
Oh my god. Pretty much going to have to do that, aren't I? Just need to play the wrong one then.
Piety?
I too am going to play Piety because I'm seeing that rapidly disappear, so... just so people are aware as well, these are the penalties that you get for missing. So each turn you have to pay 2 piety, 2 grain, and a variable amount of money. For each piety you're missing, you'll lose 3 victory points. For each grain, 2 victory points. On the last turn, which this is, it's doubled, so that can really change things up. So I don't really want to miss that if I can help it.
Here you go, Tony. So that was a round. So Tony gets the first player marker. He gets the new event cards to read and arrange.
Okay.
into
House
Orange.
1.
Philology.
Okay. Caris dissects a corpse in order to better understand the illness. Each player who gives up 1 piety receives 2 victory points.
Unbelievable.
I'm not giving up any piety.
D, would you like to give up piety? Are you being molested by a moth?
No.
I am not. Jason, would you like to give up any of your 7 piety?
Yes, I will.
We don't know how many he's got, by the
Yeah.
way. We're
2,
just
yeah.
assuming.
Okay. My turn.
How am I going to warrior it? Oh no, as usual, I cannot place it the way I want to, because I will
Get the
get
outlaws.
outlaws.
Yeah.
Tony lives in a dodgy part of town.
Fed up of being mugged. Just constantly being mugged.
And these spaces, they require you to pay a gold to land there. If you don't have the gold, you can't actually orient the card that way.
I will go that way then, to gain a grain.
I gain 2 gold.
Fucking medical knowledge is a bag of old shit.
And I will puts it up by 3. 1, 2, 3.
So again, VP is equal to the number of piety you've got.
1 piety. Yay! 5! Woohoo! And the moth's coming over here to celebrate.
Well, now what are you going to play for your action card?
I will privilege piety to take a piety.
Crap.
What about you, D?
I will do a house rent to get fighting.
Well, that pretty much decides that then, doesn't it? I'm going to also privilege to get that piety.
Sorry about the invasion.
Yeah.
And I'll ditch that. Bloody moth, Jesus Christ. It's like there's the only light on for 100 miles.
There's at the end of the game. There's money for. There's points for
Yeah,
resources.
each wood and
Okay,
stone is worth 1. Each 2 coins is worth 1. Damn, very close.
I think
I
I've
think-
got the camera over.
I think we need something like a flamethrower.
Oh, this is a difficult decision, but I think I'm going to get a building material, which will be stone.
Like, the lack of piety meant it forced my hand and I couldn't take a risk there. I was planning to gain quite a lot of VPs that turn. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay, Tony, pass it on. D, there is your event.
Number 7, already revealed. Karis has the city gates closed, which successfully defeats the plague. Remove all unrevealed plague tiles from the game board.
So that's it for that then.
Yeah, that's, obviously there was one still on there, but
Interesting. Very interesting. But I think it's worth it. Can we do that? Let's do that.
Like 2 money.
I'll have a VP,
Sorry, Ben.
please.
Here goes 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. So
There we go. Ooh, you're a favour, are you? 4 VPs.
So,
It's your action. I said,
Oh.
ooh, are you going to favour for 4 VPs?
4
He's only got one house.
I've got one house.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not fucking property mogul over there.
Obviously, this is the end of the game, or the last
Donation.
round of the game, so we now thinking hard about how to get our victory points.
Some of us are trying to think hard about how we're going to meet our mandatory requirements.
Some of us are thinking hard how to return what victory points to the victory points we had at the beginning.
Okay, that's sweet.
Okay, I'm going to do a building project. I think I'll ditch, definitely not that, I'll go ditch that. And I'll play a wood and a stone. 6 VPs, please.
I am going to play Privilege. Privilege allows you to play the last card played in your pile. Mine was building material.
You mean you didn't house rent and privilege?
No,
Oh my god.
because I don't need any of that stuff, so I want to get another stone. And I will ditch that.
Okay. I will favour.
Ooh, Tony's Game Property Mogul.
4 VPs.
Over
Get in!
Yay!
He's now a net +1.
And then so that's the end of that revolution. Moves over to Martin.
Here we go.
Doesn't matter which plague number, so.
No. Oh, interesting. A long-guarded secret. A letter burdens the royal court. Cover up the king and queen favour spaces.
So actually it means
You don't land on
get
them.
nothing.
You
Oh,
jump
jump
right
over
over them. Yeah.
Oh.
I should annoy Tony.
Yeah, greatly.
That's fucking pointless. Let's do that.
Oh, what?
So I'll go wool. 2 coins for you, Tone.
I get
You
a
get-
piety,
You get sweet FA. don't
but
you?
there is nothing.
I move on 1 to the prioress. I do have at least 1 medical knowledge. I'll have 2 VPs, please.
Okay.
He's steaming away at the end.
Get in there. I will now play. I'm playing medicine, I think. Use my 1. Yep, clear that. I'll have 2 VPs. And I'll have one of those. And I'll ditch.
Mine. I'm going to play the building project. Allows me to build 2 resources on a particular project. I'm going to spend 2 stone on this here cathedral tower thing.
6 VPs, Nick.
Yep.
Great.
And I will ditch this as I no longer need
I
it.
kind of noticed that you left a hole in it.
I didn't like that side.
Doesn't look
Usually
structurally
still
sound
there.
there.
Okay, I'm going to house rent to get favour and medical knowledge.
There you go.
And destroy a few houses.
And destroy the house die. Got him discharged as well.
I'm going to do a building project. Finish all of the stone. Ooh.
Okay. There you go. Pass it on to Jason. There you go.
Alright. I'm gonna have a look at the card. So, the what's the name doesn't count because it's with number 4, but it's no relevant. Ralph Fitzgerald is found murdered in a hunting lodge. Each player who forgoes his or her action and discards 2 action cards receives 2 victory points. Wow, am I gonna do that for 2 victory points? No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Tony?
No.
Pass.
There ain't no way that'll happen.
Okay. Oh man, I wish I could move 3.
Wish I could rip the card. Just change it how I want.
Yeah, fine. I'm gonna put it like that. So, I'm getting into the 30s. And then the favourite track goes 1, 2, 3. So I get a grain. And then my action card will be to play favour.
Let's see how much he's got.
Which pushes that up to there. And I have 3, 6.
What a dick!
6.
Just to say, the reason we're somewhat miffed is that there's a finite amount of piety in there, so with Jason having 6, it's almost certainly denying other people of them.
Everyone might have to.
Shut up. You're a dick, nobody likes you.
Even worse, he's a pious dick.
Did you ditch one?
No,
Oh, Tony! 60p is a big swing there as well.
I'm gonna do that.
Still don't think I have enough to catch you though.
Me?
Yeah.
There's 3 behind me.
I know, but how
Donate to the cathedral.
Really difficult this. I think I'm going to take a grain.
once we've finished with this round, we'll do tallying, and then we'll come back with Wobblecam to do the final verdict. Because we only have 2 cards each left, so there's one more. Oh, actually, oh yeah, one more action left.
Okay, I am really going to grain. Grain me, please. And I will ditch.
Alright, first player moves on to Tony. You get the last rotation, Tony.
Okay, so plague number doesn't matter.
Yep. In order to ingratiate himself with the conservative clergy, Philemon wishes to have the Chapel of the Virgin Mary built.
Mine's a bit late.
So, assume we're adding the chapel
Yeah,
to the
we're
board, are we?
adding the chapel to the board.
Yeah, I think something tells me she's going to remain a virgin for the rest of the game.
Good on it.
Okay.
Come on, Tony, give me something good, man. Give me something good. That's not good.
That's not good. You can have more party. Oh, what a shame! You've got all the party already.
So you gonna go to the outlaw again?
God, I forgot that bit.
Pay your money.
Yeah. Unless you want to rotate it again.
It's only one.
It's only one. But what bets we roll 5 on the... Oh, did we roll...
No, we haven't done it yet.
It's got to go around. Ah. Yes. I'll pay me one to the Outlaws. Mugged again.
You love those Outlaws, man. I think you're like
It's like walking around the dodgiest part of town.
blindfolded.
If I did it on one more, I wouldn't get anyone, get a victory point, but I'd get... No, I will do it on one more actually. Go back! Because that is wisest thing to do. I may not get a
Okay, hang on.
piety.
Who got the wood?
I got
Give it to
wood.
me.
I put that back.
I'll have a stone, please.
You get that.
Got
I get a
victory
victory.
point. So I haven't picked up the party, but I've moved it on to get 4
Pretty much
victory
the
points.
same thing in
1,
that
2, 3,
regard.
4.
Yeah, just say you got 4
Yeah.
victory.
Okay, instead of 1 victory.
Probably better off, yeah.
Much better off.
Then play a card.
I will medicine.
What you medicine?
How many you got? 3.
3. I'm going to take the 2
No,
victory points.
So you
Tony!
get 2 VPs for playing the card and 2 for the house.
Oh,
Woo!
man.
17! Woo!
I was definitely going to do that.
Just over twice your starting number.
Yes!
Okay. I'm going to sell some wool. I have 3 wool for 6 cash.
Well, I was also going to play medicine to do the exact same thing to gain 4 victory points. Unfortunately, there's no more. There's a 4, 4 and a 5 left, which is no good. So I'm still going to play medicine, but all it does is give me a gold, so you can have the option. So I'm going to get a gold and a victory point. Alright.
Okay, right. So now we're at the end of the round. So the first thing that happens is we place a resource onto each building project on the board. Okay. So I think there's probably only 2 left now. So a wood. We start with stone. So stone goes here, and a wood goes here. Right. There's a special thing with the tower. The person with the most loyalty gets a metal. So let's have a quick reveal. I've got 5.
I've got 5.
Damn it.
I got nothing.
2. Okay, right, let me see what happens in a tie. I suspect neither of us. Oh, actually, I think we both. If multiple players are tied, then one of them places the metal and each of them receives. Okay, 1 each. So, I get 1. Tony, you get 1. So we've finished that. You have little faith.
And what about the... what's the name?
Oh, yes, right, this is also finished. So, blue, you gain 2 VPs. And red, you gain 2 VPs. Okay, that was because they backed that.
And that's complete.
Okay, right, mandatory costs. Who's got the die?
Tony.
Okay, so 2 piety, 2 grain, and 2 to 5 gold.
Here comes that 5.
So
Goes at 4.
4 money. So, Tony, do you have...
I have.
I like the way the moth has actually landed on the back of his screen as well.
4 money. 2 grain. 2 piety.
Okay, you have successfully done that. Okay, D.
Ooh. It's good. Yeah.
Spence.
I don't have 2 grain, so I've got 1 grain, 2 piety, and a boatload of cash.
Does that mean you lose 4 victory points?
Yes, however, I can spend a loyalty to offset the doubling. So I lose 2, I can spend a loyalty that I don't get penalised again, essentially.
Here's all mine. I got everything I need.
Okay, right, and then final scoring. So, okay, so resources. So that's stone and wood are worth 1 each. So I've got.
Yeah, we'll come back to you when we're done. All right. So we've finished it up, the telling of the scoring and stuff. Just in case you missed it. Well, of course you missed it, but you get victory points for.
Just get your ear in the house.
Yeah. Someone will look it through the window. You get two every 2 money is 1 victory point, and every resource, wood or stone, is worth a point each. So that's the final tally there. Martin's on 45. I'm on 43. D's on 38. And somewhere down the bottom here is
No, not as far as I was. At least I got up to 21 in the
clawed
last
it up
couple
there,
of
man. Clawed it up there.
Never once hit 0, Tony. This is a good thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's a game of World Without End. So let's have a quick chat of what we thought.
I think it's kind of lesser known to Pillars of the Earth, isn't it? Pillars of the Earth is the one that seems to get all the
buzz,
and all the praise. And I think it's not unjust, because Pillars is a really good game as well. But I think this is as good, to be honest. I really do.
Ironically, I mean, we got 2 copies in our gaming group of Pillars of the Earth, and I've still not played it yet. But I have played this a few times, and I really do like this. It's, I mean, other than the board itself looks amazing, I love the fact that, you know, you have different ways of scoring victory points, and it's quite punishing as well.
Quite punishing. The cards. What did it do?
It made us ditch 6
yeah.
cards. Not so bad if you
So
draw it first of all, but
Yeah.
because it was like quite late on.
It's basically skip your last 2 turns.
It made me fail all of those on one turn.
Yeah.
I had favour points to mitigate a couple of the effects, but
I think that's one of the reasons people prefer Pillars. Pillars is a lot less Pillars is like reward the good, and this is punish the bad.
Yeah.
And people don't seem to like that.
Although I'm not one of those people. I do like games that punish you a little bit. It makes it more tense when you know trying to formulate some sort of plan to gain resources and victory points and stuff like that. It's just you worrying constantly. Oh my God, what's that card gonna say? You know, am I gonna get that grain?
Well, that's the thing. It's like lots of different elements to that, isn't it? There's the is the event going to be good or bad for me, and then am I going to get the income that I need to actually benefit me in some regard? Like you were moaning about victory points and whatnot, but actually you were a tiny way from winning, and you gained several victory points along the way.
or am I going to get the finite piety because somebody's hoarding it?
Oh man, Tony, I'm so glad that you did the house there with the medicine. If you'd left that for me, I would have won.
What did you do on the last time you served that action?
1 gold and 1 victory point.
Excellent.
The bottom half of the medicine
What
thing.
was your other card that you had?
Getting a grain.
Oh.
For no reason.
Yeah. So it was like, yeah, get nothing or get a gold and a victory point. But no, I think this game is good from my perspective. I mean, on the verdict wise, I really do like it. Its components are great. The gameplay is really strong and good to play over and over because you've got different ways of getting victory points. So for me, I would probably give this an 8 out of 10. It's a really good game. I really like it a lot. How about you, Martin? This is
I'm the
yours.
same. Funny enough, I was just checking what I rated it on Boardgame Geek, and I gave it an 8 out of 10 as well, and that's not going to change. I think it's really solid. I've liked it for a long, long time, and I still think it's excellent.
Yeah.
8 for me.
Oldie, you've been a goodie. What about you, D? This is your first game.
Yep. Yeah, I really liked it. One thing which I'm not sure I do like in some games, especially, is having the finite resource and then when you're not able to get it, being heavily punished for it. In some games where you have a finite resource, but it just means that you can't buy something, I think is okay. But then to basically, like in this game's instance, Jason took all the piety, kept hold of it, and it meant that a lot of people were then going to be getting minus
Suffering
points
from
for
it,
not getting. And
yeah.
I think
But there's
that is
an argument
really
to say
punishing,
that that's
so.
not just necessarily the game punishing you. That's an argument to say that Jason was playing it to punish us.
Yeah.
But
Just to screw us
I get
over.
what D was saying. I mean,
Yeah,
why is piety a finite resource? Surely anyone can get piety any
Well,
time
there's
they
only so
want.
much love God can give.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. I
So
mean,
yeah, that's for me. That kind of feels like a point it would take away from what I like about the game. So based on that, I would give it normally an 8, but I'd knock it down to a 7 for that.
yeah, that's fair enough. How about you, Tone?
An 8, I think. I've played it once before. I think when we played it well over a year or maybe 2 years ago. Enjoyed it then. I totally forgot about the game, to be honest with you. And enjoyed it this time, so an 8.
Yeah, because
Just quickly reference as well is that when I say I make it lose a point because of that happened, I actually didn't get any negative points from not having piety. I fill my piety every turn apart from the first one due to me just not gathering enough. So it's not sort of sour grapes.
No, yeah.
Because it messed me over at some point. It's just
no, I agree. I do understand what you mean. There's something to said about why have finite resources.
Well, I think partly that is. I mean, you had 6 there, and you had the option of gaining more piety at times as well. You could have literally just gained piety, more piety, and
Yeah.
whatnot, and then just like landing on this, for example, the bishop space would just net you so many victory points. You'd have won with a landslide. So I kind of understand why it's finite.
Yeah, it's more
Because of
mechanical
the-
theme than
yeah,
a
absolutely,
thematic
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose the grain, the wood, and the stone can make complete sets if they're finite, because you can mine the shit out of places or dig up all the trees, and that's that. But piety is a bit of a nebulous resource anyway, isn't it?
On the flip side, I love this mechanic
Yeah, I think it's superb.
of trying to filter out the cards so that someone gets a resource and you want to get the best resource and then moving this thing along. I just love that mechanic. It's probably one of my favourite things about this game.
Oh, mine too, without doubt. Yeah. That. What resource am I getting? What resource am I giving other people? And how far does this move around? And will this benefit me as well? Because sometimes you want to kind of do something that's not that great for you, but this will be very good for you.
Yeah.
And sometimes the stars align and you get two really good things, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's such a good mechanic.
And also, I mean, it's very much like a role selection type thing. This mechanic where you choose a action to play and ditch an action.
Yeah, action selection, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, ditching the action, man, it's so hard. Even from the first round, it's like, I don't know what I want to ditch because I don't know what I'm going to play
Well,
later.
there's nothing more annoying than you ditch something first round thinking this isn't going to be useful, and then by the sort of fourth or fifth action, you're thinking, man, I wish I didn't ditch that card.
Yeah.
I really need that now.
And when those cards come up where you can randomly ditch, oh man.
Yeah, you screwed me over on that. Well, actually, I lucked out and got it back, but
So what was that? It was like a 31 out of 40 from us at the Doom's Dark Side
well,
Club.
that's some good maths, man.
Yeah. I've been working on it.
figure that
Yeah, I've been working on it
It
while you guys
seems
are
like I'm
talking. Well, guys, that's World Without End. It's an older game, but I'm still pretty sure you can still pick it up somewhere from Mayfair Games. It's well worth a look.
Definitely.
Thanks for watching.